We like to dream, because that's how we imagine better things for ourselves.
Hey, young Kilek Kutcher Risling Baldi Ahoyet. I am Dr. Kutcher Risling Baldi. I am the Department Chair of Native American Studies at Humboldt State University. I'm also Hoopa York and Karu, enrolled in the Hoopa Valley Tribe. For the Indigenous Natural Resource Management Practices course, which I teach, I came to them as a group of students and I said, let's find out something we can do. And out of that came a research project that lasted an entire semester. What came to fruition was the HSU Native American Studies Food Sovereignty Lab and Cultural Workshop Space.
We started to identify the current Indigenous representations that we have here. We have ITEP and Intercept, the Europe Canoe that's in the library, the Native American Forum, which is inspired by a traditional longhouse. What other campuses in California had? The Fresno State's Peace Garden, and then the Creekside Education Garden at Chico State.
As you can see, it's pretty minimal, which really influenced a lot of our decision making and the fact that we wanted a physical space on campus. What we really wanted this space to be was a space for traditional ecological knowledge workshops, a place for basket regalia and medicine making, and to prepare Indigenous food, to practice our Indigenous food sovereignty as students, peoples, and a collective community as well.
This is the space that we applied for, which is formerly known as the Hilltop Marketplace. And it just so happens that this location is really perfect because it's right next to the Native Forum. It's in the same building, in fact, and just across the way from Houdini Gallery and the Native American Studies Department in the main BSS building. So it's like a central spot for this kind of a project.
We all did testimonies in front of the HSU Senate, one after another, and described why we were so upset with this process, and the overt racial bias that they were pressing on us. And, we had really passionate testimonies. I started to tear up at one point when talking about salmon, when they started deliberating, all they were like, yes, we support your ideals, but, we have to think about the process, the precedent this sets for other people. So on one hand, they're telling us, oh, yes, you're right. This is a good thing. But on the other hand, they're slapping it away. The original denial got withdrew, and so then got approved, and then we were approved conditionally. And one of those conditions being that we had to fund the lab entirely on our own.
We are working right now on the fundraising side of our project. We need to raise a total of $250,000 to make our remodeling happen. We have secured a grant through the Humboldt Energy Independence Fund, who just granted us $80,000 toward this project. And this is very significant. It's one of our biggest and first donations that have happened toward this project. At this point, when people say, what can I do to support? I say, we need money. We need the money to come in. It can be as little as $5. It can be as much as $250,000. What I'm really looking forward to are the students who are going to be there. And they're going to see what happened from the day that we were all in class together. And I said, well, what do you guys want to do? All the way to, here's this food sovereignty lab, which we could not have built without all of these people that stepped forward.
It is important to note that we're not the first, nor will we be the last group of people to work towards decolonizing or indigenizing this campus and community. And we want to recognize the people that have been already working on these types of things for a very, very long time. We just hope that this project will be an extension of the ongoing decolonization work that is desperately needed across the world. And we hope that this Food Sovereignty Lab will set precedent for schools in California and across the nation to focus on the integration of Native American studies and decolonial practices that will improve all of our lifestyles.